lakad matatag!
Normally. For this draft, it seems to add everything they need, and it looks like Yangon Galacticos. They are gonna finish this with Tiny, making it a 4 Protect 1 draft. Seems excellent at keeping the Drow range safe. But yeah, this is exactly why this is such a good play. Neeks Assassin gets Ice Sharded up the high ground. And he just wants to make his way to the mid lane. Instead, he ends up going on. And we're gonna see Drow Ranger ran down and killed off with the tag team. With the snowball, they almost made that one look easy. Drow simply not able to walk herself away as the cookie kept flying out in just the right time. So much damage being stacked up in a row. On bottom lane, we're also gonna see an engagement happen as Clockwork is gonna get ran down, is gonna get arrowed. And they will make short work of him with the Mirana's insane amounts of nuke damage. Lina does get at least a return Z-Rain kill out of that, but MKS dying is exactly what Yangon Galacticos wanted out of this off-lane. So despite that 1k gold lead, which is once again mostly from the Pangolier, ultimate keeping a handle on things. The top tier 1 is gonna fall, and Lina gets herself a kill on that Neeks Assassin, who was kind of looking, hey, is there still somebody around, should I call missing, and we'll know what's up next. It's gonna be a Maelstrom, just to allow her to farm really fast, and from there on out, we can see MKS build whatever he likes, provided he survives this as an arrow comes out flying through to follow up the Neek stun. The setup potential, it is really strong here. Mirana looking to kill off the Lina isn't gonna succeed, so LWW is gonna be the target instead, but this Clockwork surprisingly tanky this early into the game. Clockwork is gonna survive, and so is MKS. Instead, Lina goes on down, and Clockwork finally has to be right. But with the Mirana stun, he doesn't really need Vendetta. Avalanche toss, that's just the Blink Dagger revealed. No, that isn't even the Blink Dagger revealed, lol. That's just Tiny being not wait, I think the mid ward expired. Never mind, yeah. The Radiant mid ward. Alright, first Pango's gonna die, but now I know why. Tiny was allowed to sneak up there. Later on, maybe. BKB, Agnum's Shard, all really important items. And Salad is just gonna get killed off. A Cookie wouldn't have saved him, but it would have bought at least a little bit of space. Even Tombstone dropped, and that's gonna be a tier 1 tower fallen. So the map, it's almost with a Mirana ultimate, will scout out MKS. There's the Avalanche, there's the follow-up arrow, and just as I said it, they get a 500 gold worth kill, which really isn't bad 15 minutes into the game. More importantly, you shut down the Lina from farming for 30 minutes, for 30 seconds. Ooh, Neeks Assassin. He's somehow still just juking through that. He gets dusted up under his tower, and I think that may be it, but he's still juking like an absolute Giga Chad. Holy crap, this Neeks Assassin just pulling the plays. Now Drow Ranger has come in, as has the Undying, and that means LWW is just gonna die, at least teleport out, and it's just gonna be a support kill. Still a support. Well, I mean, you still get the hypothermia. That's still a really huge answer to the Lina, because she is very reliant on the Satanic and very reliant on her above average movement and attack speed as well. Young PH gets cocked, but he is fine, or at least so he thought. Turns around and in comes the Lina. Speak of the devil. Makes a lot of sense. You do want to be able to commit into the team fights. Just Laguna and burst people down, because look at how hard the Drow is hitting. Clockwork, he's almost dead. One more marksmanship is gonna do it. And that's killing the Clockwork. Drow Ranger looking to go for more Tusk for 5 stacks of hypothermia already. So with that Agnum's Shard picked up early, Drow actually has way more of an item timing, allowing to fight the Lina right now. Anglish is hard. I'm sorry guys, I did just wake up like half an hour before this game started. I still need my espresso to do its thing. Young PH is gonna be caught out. However, Pangolier, he could have used some espressos. He gets stuck on that awkward bit of terrain over on the mid lane. And now 3 people are chasing him, but a 2-man hook shot into Cox means that actually Yangon Galacticos are gonna be kept back. Arrow's gonna connect. Nope, that was actually the spiked Carpus connecting on the Clockwork there. Clockwork almost dead. The Mirana arrow flying through, and it isn't even needed. Undying, he's got him. Knight gets stunned up and has to get himself back. Yangon Galacticos resuming the aggression, and that's exactly why they are ahead in kills. Sure, Unity Gaming, they may be dictating the pace of the game, but Yangon Galacticos, they're responding perfectly every time. Rotating in their carry this early on and not getting additional damage. Being Unity Gaming, they do have a 1k gold lead, but 1k at 19 minutes against a well-fed Drow Ranger is not enough. See what I mean? LWW goes on down as Pangolier tries to find the Rolling Thunder initiation, but Knight, he is having some trouble. He's gonna be caught with the Avalanche Toss, and yeah, Pangolier, he's trying to create space for his team to do stuff, but his team isn't finding. Already talking about a comeback. 22 minutes in the game. Oh my god, Lina is gonna be caught out. Doesn't even get to press BKB. BKB, it can be a good item, not against combos like this though. And down goes the Clockwork. Drow Ranger hitting in from the high ground, just dealing so much damage. 4k gold lead on the side of Yangon Galacticos now. Like, the ping difference is pretty fairly significant, which is why we try to switch the service and keep it as balanced as possible within region tournaments. Tiny just taking so much damage, and he's still fine thanks to the BKB. Unique Assassin not fine in the least with the Lina as well, pressing her BKB. Pangolier rolling Thunder through and dishing out a ton of damage. Drow Ranger has the double damage rune. Would love to turn around and start hitting Knight. Got chain stunned up and put to half health though, so KSH needs to be a bit careful and can just turn towards the top 2-1 instead. I had a chance to try and fix my camera real quick. Give me a sec. Just takes a couple of moments. Oof. That was the Lina just dying to a Drow Ranger and Neek's Assassin. And a follow-up kill attempted on Pangolier. Pangolier getting saved by the Cookie. Tusk getting himself in front of the Tiny, serving as an excellent tank, and LWW there with nicely positioned cogs. Neek's Assassin is gonna get tossed adamant. LWW does not mess around from his life as AT, a hero we haven't really talked about, because the Mirana offlane, it's very boring. You just kind of get an AT just off of hunting with that Starstorm. He has managed to snowball himself so hard. Tiny now able to hit the tower. And yeah, from here, this game, give me a sec. So, I finally fixed the camera. Just towards the end of the game, but that means this final team fight is gonna be poggers. At least it's Undying, goes on down. Pangolier does manage to get himself out. Drow Ranger could be caught in trouble, but Drow is gonna be fine. Instead, it's gonna be Salad dying on that Snapfire. The tier 3 tower now gonna go down as well. And oh my god, look at the damage the Lina just took there. Mirana and Drow Ranger still looking to kill her off, but with BKB, that is gonna be fine. Pangolier is not gonna be fine, however. The damage is just too big, and Clockwork gonna take just as many big arrows to the face, though. I think with Clockwork, that was a bit of bad luck. He just got RNG to oblivion, and now this Lina. You don't even need RNG, but 2 big arrows in a row. Yeah, they'll do that too, yeah. GG gets called, and Unity Gaming, they do lose game number 1, as the Lina, supposed to be played from ahead, just doesn't really manage to get ahead. Go in, and then all of a sudden, well, guess what? The zombies start hitting you, but that's a huge last pick for Yangon. That's not a raid boss, but it's a Skull Basher hero, and it has the potential of scaling into a raid boss eventually off of that Stone plus Avalanche double stun. Make sure that that isn't gonna be Stark's staff. Tusk doing so much work with the Ice Shards though, and that is gonna be the first blood going to Salad. I said Salad was gonna have to have huge impact in order to help his team accomplish their timing. Guard, it's really only good in certain situations, like against medic heroes who don't really have a lot of spell counters. KSH still just doing the zoning and sitting on top of blasters as well, playing well his best hero in its. Everyone is now kind of low health. And it's gonna be Salad dropping first over on the bottom lane. But I'm gonna keep my camera on this morph. Because basically it boils down to a lucky Mirana arrow or be just fine for now. Ice shards. Slark, he did get himself a kill and a permanent point of agility. So he is exactly where he wants to be in this game right now. Starts right clicking Tiny, however. His support is gonna die. Lun tanky, but not indefinitely. Against Morphin Disruptor. Not quite the riskiest lane to be against, but if he steps out of position enough, he can die. And he is taking a lot of harass from the Morphling. On mid, we get a dive onto the Bat Rider with an arrow. And yeah, that's that Ember Mirana combo we've talked about during the draft. It is coming in hard for Yangon Galacticos. And Bat Rider. Where did he go down? Until you can actually take fights head on with a Zero Death Slark. But coming ahead on him, it used to be a requirement. Since they changed the scaling and everything, it is now just so good. Because you do have to be ahead like 7 or 8 minutes from now. But starting that so early, it's just ridiculously hard to play for Unity Gaming now. Ember Spirit getting ran down, but the Seraph is doing so much damage against this low armor Tiny. Glimpse getting dodged, and Young PH gets himself a double kill. Young PH, Ember Spirit, and K. Yeah. Even this Tusk kill not quite gonna succeed without first forcing a turnaround. Snapfire not dead yet. And Bat Rider watches his buddies die. Ember Spirit is gonna drop for that, but it's 2 for 1 already. 2 for 2 now with the Snapfire finally being killed off. Slark comes on in. Once that point of agility, not gonna get it. Or some more. Young PH able to run himself out of there. But walks right back under ward, and they just placed that there. But Tusk with the snowball actually there to help follow that one up. It is concentrating, constant brawling. However, that's exactly the type of game that benefits the Slark. So one hit from the Slark, it takes both of your stats away. And no strength, no agility Morphling is gonna have a hard time fighting. However, it looks like instead they're gonna try to initiate on the Slark. Slark gets glimpsed back into the Disruptor ultimate, and the Firefly keeping him there as well, making absolutely sure he's dead. Going for the most valuable kill on the map. Lan will die for that one though, to the Napalm, and once again it ends up being a trade. It's so much. I genuinely got hate mail over like being partial and stuff, but he plays one of the best Ember Spirits in all of Southeast Asia. It's ridiculous how fast this guy is on his buttons, and after Disruptor has been caught off on the backlines, they are now looking for more Morphling in a bit of an awkward spot, since with that Moonlight Shadow and the Ember Spirit being in an excellent position, just look at all of the damage being stacked on him. Snapfire is gonna die, but that's totally gonna be worth the Snapfire because they also got Tiny. And Slark trying to catch more, really wants to chow you. Ember Spirit almost got more chains at the ready. He's gonna be snowballed at, and that's just gonna be a 4th point of transcends expectation. Slark would love to go for a kill on the Bat Rider, and with the Diffu Blade, it's gonna be a swift one. Yeah, this Bat Rider, it looks like his mana isn't shrinking, but he's just gonna get picked up, as did LWW. And after Young PH gets himself a Disruptor kill, what does this absolute chat of Ember Spirit do? He gets a haste and continues fighting, finding the Tiny here. Almost finding the Morphling actually.
Shadows take us.
That's gonna be Slark catching the Disruptor. Next up is gonna be Bat Rider, attempted to be gone for by the Mirana. Mirana now has the full-blown Spirit Vessel, dealing out so much damage all over the place. Young PH, after his Maelstrom, he's opting for a BKB, and looking over at the top lane, Slark.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And it looks like Bad Rider almost getting caught out. Not quite. Ember Spirit Remnant is gonna do the trick though. And there it is. Mega kill. The ownage is gonna continue as the last lane of towers is going their way by the end of things. Slark is gonna get jumped. It's gonna start. It's gonna jump to Bad Rider. I mean, it's gonna start stealing some attributes, and
Radiant's top tower is under
that is a Bad Rider. BKB plus TP forced out. Morphling looking for Lun. Lun is gonna be fine on that Snapfire. Can't follow up stun onto the Morphling though. And just some nice support kills. Slark will get himself tasked for that one. And the Morphling next. Morphling is a huge kill though. And KSH got himself a double kill now. Young PH chasing for more. It looks like LWW as well said are gonna go down. And yeah, that's completely all control lost from the game at this point officially. One tier 3 goes on down. That will be transitioned into one lane of Rax. And I don't think they'll leave it at the one, because why would you? As long as Aegis is there, you can just shove high ground, and Aegis is there for another 2 minutes. Galacticos' team play, it has been so impressive, and they are gonna smoke once again to try and set up that Slark to initiate. Ember Spirit comes in on the mid lane, is gonna try catching everyone, and he will catch the Morphling. That is the important kill. Morphling dead for 50 seconds. KSH 12 permanent agility, 13 permanent agility, and GG gets called. 2-0 for Yangon Galacticos, and a very definitive stomp. Although it was a bit boring to watch after that first game where so much was happening.